Okay, how many of you guys will pass on a free lunch at work or at school? Right? So you get 20 people, 15 people all around a table, and they share because there's food, and that you're doing them a favor, and just but did lots of visibility, lots of transparency, reward innovation, encourage, reward creativity, celebrate it. But make sure that, and those people that are creative and innovative, they want success. So you have to make, the people that are driven by this, they want to impact the world. They want to see their stuff. I mean, a great designer wants to see their clothes worn. A great, musician wants to have their music played and heard. A great technologist wants their product purchased and used. So success is a positive feedback loop, and it takes, and so, you got to really keep nurturing it on an ongoing basis once you get it going. Once you get it going. Yeah, you're welcome.
Anything else?
Students? Yes, sir. Yeah.
You're just mentioning how...
Where are you from?
Winnipeg.
Okay,
Undergrad student as well.
Great.
You're just mentioning how leadership plays such an important role.
Yeah, it does.
I'm wondering how much of an influence sports growing up had on your leadership style.
Well, it all has an impact, right? I mean, everything can be taken in a constructive framework, but it can take in, at its most beautiful, most of these things are amazing. At their most destructive, they're cancerous and poisonous. So, I think for sure, I mean, all aspects are part of what brings you forward. Sports, but I mean, I had jobs as a kid and had to sort of, pay for my own things, and I was involved in student government, and I was involved in math teams, and so I think being engaged in life and being curious in life and being focused in life is really, really the key, whatever it is. I mean, it doesn't matter to me whether you're interested in the electronics club or the math club or the sports or students or sports or student government or job or volunteer or theater, whatever, but just be totally, passionately engaged in life. I think, there's nothing like passion to me. It's beautiful. And I think, I think, the other thing to me is that, that miracle of compounding, that just, getting on track and staying on track, in terms of just engaging in life, yields great returns, and just being prepared to persevere through, learning things, right? You'll learn things. You'll take on illusions of fear, and that'll make life hard. And you got to persevere through and not quit and all that. And you see that in sports too. You see it in everything, but you see it in sports. You see people that persevere. You see those that quit. You see those that bring people together. You see them spin them apart, right? So you see it all. But yeah, for sure, it has many elements that shape you. I played pickup hockey last night. We got creamed, but it didn't matter. I got a goal. So it's a joke we say. Okay, that's not real sports. It's like you'd rather lose 10-9 and get a goal in pickup than win 2-1. But that's not real team sport. It's the way we joke and amongst our buddies. We got creamed last night, but really creamed. But it was fun.
Mr. Balsillie, you're in town for a day.
A day.
A day. What would Winnipeggers have to do to romance you, to woo you, to say, if you do get a hockey team, this place is better than Southern Ontario?
Did anybody read Jeff Simpson's article today in the Globe?
Yeah.
Read it. He nailed it. He's in town today, and he wrote about this stuff. He wrote a good article. But yeah, this is not a press setting. This is for the students.
My name is Ilan. I'm an MBA student.
Ilan, that's good.
Do you mind to describe how a day typically looks like for you?
Well, no 2 days are the same for me. And that's the great thing. It's kind of like, I really do feel like Forrest Gump a lot of the times. Like I just, it's like a box of chocolates. I just never know, And it's like, you know, my job is to be as wide-eyed and curious and happy and irreverent as can be. But, you know, generally, you know, I wake up and I read the paper while shaving, and I always have wild blueberries. I freeze them every day. I love them. But generally, I just, you know, I travel lots of day trips, lots of, you know. But in the office, I'm going in my office, and there's generally people coming and going. It's pretty normal. You know, people come and go. There's lots of calls, lots of emails, lots of people that want it. And if you come in my office for a decision, you get out of my office with a decision. Just be prepared. That's the only thing is don't just fob it on to me unprepared. But there's lots of tricky decisions that we got to bring together on. So it's constructive engagement a lot. And lots of emails and calls and meetings with people. And then I go to the gym every lunch, and I just don't miss it. And because then you're all clean and awake for the afternoon, and then if I'm not traveling, I'll be home. I live 10 minutes from the office. I'm home for 6 for dinner with family, walk the dog, play hockey, watch the game, whatever. You know, put the kids to bed. It's pretty normal, But it's constructive engagement, and trying to pay attention that I'm in a good place so that I can engage constructively. Because if I'm not in a good place emotionally, you know, that 2 orders of magnitude plays both ways, right? If you're in a good place, you can engage very constructively. But if you ever had a meeting with somebody who's obviously irritated, and you're better to just do nothing if you're in a bad place. Just go to bed, you know, because you'll just do damage. So it's a lot of constructive engagement in meetings, in conversations, in emails, and phone calls, and some of these process type things where we come out. But a lot of time with customers and partners in our ecosystem. A lot of the big app tech guys, you know, you'd know the names, the big tech and telcos, so you deal with the guys that run those a lot. A lot of customers, CIOs, a lot of conferring, messaging, event type things. So, you know, that's kind of the day. But no 2 days are the same.
So I think we're going to cut things off here. I know that I certainly learned a lot about strategy today. Some of the things we're doing exceptionally well, the cookies. I think we still have to erase some of that strategic ambiguity. So looking forward to getting back on that. But I do very much want to thank Mr. Balsillie for being here this morning, for chatting with the students, and thank you very much. At this point in time, we're going to be unveiling Mr. Balsillie's picture, which is going to be put on the wall at the very top of the stairs with all of the other eminent winners of IDEA. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so how about 1, 2, 3?
1, 2,
3.
Hey!
There we go. That ends sort of the formal part of this. Would you like to take a wander up the stairs and see some of the company that you're keeping?
You guys think